Hello students, I'm back with new topics related to communication. Today it is all about principles of effective communication. As we all know that today we are in knowledge-based economy. Everything revolves around the knowledge. It is also known as the fourth economy, the economy which has greater dependence on knowledge, information and high skill levels, and the increased need for ready access to all of these by the business and public sectors. The nature of the world in which we live in is a lot more complex than it was earlier. Today's world is weird. It is very fast, it is connected, and it is mobile. In today's world, if a person wants success in his life, in any of his or her desired industry, he or she needs to be very good at using words. Means the person who wants success in today's fast and complex life, the person should be very good in communication. You all must have observed some particular types of persons who has very strong communication power, and they can connect with anyone very easily. These types of persons reach to other person's level, and they communicate so easily and fluently that he or she leaves an impression on the other person, a good one. Communication is really very important in today's life. It builds up a connection. It forms the basis for establishing cooperative and supporting relationship between either two person or a person with group. It may be personal and most importantly professional. A boss with his or her employees, an employer with other employees, a senior with junior, or a junior with senior. A good communication skill will reduce the friction and it will minimize the work relation conflicts. All those people who are very good in communication, they tend to be successful than others. Yes, it is true. They advance in their career very quickly. Some people around you, when you see them, they inspire you personally. They motivate you. These people can be your parents, they can be your teachers, maybe relatives, it can be your friends also. These people, when they speak, they connect to all easily. They might be speaking to a person or to a group of person. This communication power helps them to share their ideas and knowledge very easily. Communication is really very important in our life. It helps us in all the directions, either at home, with friends, in a school, with colleagues, or in market. All the places it is required. So today we'll see how we can make our communication more effective. Let's see. So, our communication goes on and on and on throughout the day. Wherever we are, we have to communicate in order to express ourselves. That can be informal, or an idea, or a feeling, or a thought. The mode of communication can be of any type. It can be verbal, it can be text. Nowadays, people prefer more texting for communication, but whatever type of communication you select, whichever mode you select, there are some measures which you can follow to make your communication more effective. And that is 7 C's of communication. Yes, 7 C's. It is also termed as 7 principles of communication. If we follow these principles, our communication process will become more effective. These 7 principles are clear information, complete information, concise message, concrete and coherent presentation, correctness of facts, consideration of message and the receiver, and the last one is courtesy towards receiver. So let's see what are these. So the very first one is clear information. See, before starting the communication, the person has to be very clear about the topics of the conversation. He or she should be clear about the message which he or she wants to convey. And after this, the person has to select a familiar language. The person should use short sentences which should have simple words. The words should be familiar with both the sender and the receiver, means the language and the word should be common for both, so that the receiver should get the exact same message which the sender wants to convey. The sender should take help of several examples, means he should give examples, and with the help of examples he should explain what he wants to convey to the person. The example should be related to message which he wants to convey. The example should also be appropriate, which should be directly linked to the topic, so that the other person, the receiver of the message, should understand it easily and can relate it directly to the main concept of message. All these efforts and measures should be taken to make the message clear, means the person should get the exact fact about the information. He should not get some other thing. He should understand the same thing which the other person wanted him to understand. Okay, so the next is complete information. Whenever information is conveyed in communication, the information should be complete, means the receiver of the information should get answers of all the W's. W's means who, what, when, where, why. See, a complete information is effective as the receiver gets the exact message and the concept of the message. Otherwise, the listener will keep on asking questions related to the information, and the person has to clarify it again and again. And the cycle of the communication will take more time than required. And this explanation on all the questions fired by the listener may confuse all. So, whenever a communication is done, the communication should be complete. Now come to the next C, and this time it is concise. The message conveyed during the conversation should be compiled in such a way so that it do not take much time by the receiver to understand. As we discussed before, that it is a fast world. What the people don't have is time. People wants to do work in less time, so the message should be as simple as it can be easily understood by the listeners, that is the receivers. The sentences should be concise, means small, with lesser words, simple words. Long sentences confuse the listeners, and it takes off the interest from the message. The message should not be a long description which has a number of twists and turns. It should be straightforward to the topic, which has less sentences and lesser words. Whenever messages are framed, it should not have unwanted phrases and unwanted sentences. The message conveyed should be bang on target. Okay, so the next is concrete and coherent. See, whenever we need to convey a message, the message should always be specific. It should have all the facts and figures. It would not be general, which has a number of branches and the listener gets confused. The message should be logical, or we can say consistent, and something that makes sense as a whole. The message should be detailed, so that the listener should get the perfect idea of what you want to convey to him or her. The message conveyed should be on a single topic. It should not have a number of things all together at the same point. One topic at a time. A number of ideas in the same conversation should be avoided, and it leads to confusion. So whenever you communicate, your presentation should be concrete and coherent, means exact. On the topic conveyed to the listener, it should have all the required facts and figures related to the topic. The next is correctness of the facts. One of the major and important thing is the correct information. Before starting off the conversation or before giving a message, the correctness of the message should always be checked. Never ever pass a message without cross checking it. This may lead into humiliated situations. So, all the facts and figures should always be checked before passing it to others. One more thing needs to be checked, and that is the proper use of the language and the grammar used. If the message is in written format, the spelling should be thoroughly checked. See, depending on the scenario, the language should be used. The place of conversation can be a formal place or it can be an informal place. We have to be very clear about the words used in the language, because some words can only be used in formal type of conversation and some only can be used in an informal situations. So, all in all, there should be no errors in the message communicated. Everything should be correct. The grammar, the language, the spellings, all should be correct. The next is consideration of the message and the receiver. See, if you want that your communication finally succeeds, you have to keep in mind one more thing, and that is the one with whom the interaction will be done, means the receiver. Preparation is a must before the communication. You have to think for both the sides, that is the sender side as well as the receiver side. You as the sender has your message, so you have to do one more preparation, and that is preparing for all the possible replies which the receiver can give. And how it will help in communication? Very simple. With this imagination, you'll be able to prepare yourself for your responses which you'll be giving to your audiences. Audiences may respond in any way, and you have to prepare for all the possible answers or the response which you have to give to the receiver. Make an attempt to predict your audience, their requirements, emotions, as well as problems. Ensure that the self respect of the audience is maintained and their emotions are not harmed. Show sympathy with the audiences and exhibit interest in the audience. This will stimulate a positive reaction from the audience. Give stress on positive words such as jolly, committed, thanks, warm, healthy, help, etc. Make your audience comfortable, and the audience should get the feel that you are giving importance to him or her. So, this will help a lot in communicating with different types of receivers, and this will surely help in succeeding the communication. The last is courtesy. Courtesy towards receiver. We should give respect to the receiver so that a mutual understanding should build up in between the sender and the receiver. This will lead to build up the belief of receiver in the information of sender. See, in the absence of belief, the communication will fail. We have to take the viewpoint of the receiver also, and we have to make him feel that we are giving importance to him or her. We should make sure that in a conversation we should not use slangs, because these slangs should be avoided. They misguide the informations. The language used should be polite and not rude. We should apologize in between if we feel that something wrong is being said or expressed or conveyed to the other person, to the other side, or to a group of persons. We should always be humble in conversation. All in all, we have to make the listener feel that respect is given to him, and that will make him believe in whatever you say to him or her. So we have to keep in mind all these points whichever we discuss today, all these 7 C's, and we have to keep all these things in mind before starting our conversations to make our conversations successful. So bye for now, we'll meet in the next video.